Okay, Torin. So, you know when you're reading and you're reading a paragraph and everything kind of fits together with that paragraph? It works like in a story, it works like in the newspaper, anything. So like, I'll give you an example. Let's say you're reading a story or a paragraph about someone riding their bicycle for the very first time to the store. The mom lets it do it for the first time. Have you ever done that, where you get to ride your bike to the store someplace where you never got to before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, isn't it great? I know. I like when you get to do that. I loved it. Okay. So you're reading the paragraph about someone writing about that experience. And then all of a sudden they start saying, but you know, I was thinking that maybe I should change my shoes. Out of the blue. Doesn't it interrupt the flow a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't fit, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't fit.
No. Hey, you have to look at paragraphs and you'll see people really plan these things. So I'm going to show you one where they give us a sentence and it's like what they call the topic sentence. So a lot of times the very first sentence in a paragraph tells you what that whole paragraph's going to be about. So we're going to pick the sentences that fit with that first sentence. So I'm going to hit screen share and then choose the page and it should show up on both of us. Okay, so do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And if you take your cursor and you take it up to the top and kind of hold it up there, it should, mine's being persnickety, but it should actually have something called annotate, should fall down, like a little menu bar should fall down. Did it fall down for you? Mine is not falling down. Well, we'll just run forward and then we'll get it to, there it is. So you just take your, for me, I had to take my cursor all the way up to the top and then I'm going to hit something called annotate. It looks like a pencil. If I click on that, then I can choose to draw or type. I'm going to choose drawing and I can choose however I want. What that lets me do is that lets me draw right on the paper or the page that I've got right there. See if that works for you. See if you were able to do that.
No, I can't draw.
Okay. It didn't let you draw. Were you able to get that drop-down menu to come down?
No.
Okay, try going, take your cursor as far up to the top of the screen as you can and hold it and see if it pops down.
Nope.
Huh, rats. Okay, well, we won't spend our time. You'll just tell me where to write for today and we'll figure it out another time. Okay, so here's our main idea. The sun affects life on Earth in many different ways. So we are going to pretend that they were wanting to write a sentence with this main idea, and we'll just choose which one of these 8 fits this. And you'll just tell me where I should circle it. Sorry yours didn't work out. If it does pop up, let me know, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, because I usually like people to do their own drawing. All right, so I'll read it, and you just let me know if it fits with this topic sentence. The sun gives light and warmth to the living things on Earth. Does it fit the sentence? And I'll read it again. The sun affects life on Earth in many different ways. What do you think?
Not quite.
Not quite. Tell me why. So it's the sun gives light and warmth to living things. Is that affecting the life on Earth if it gives light and warmth?
Yeah.
Ah, should we check that one then?
Yeah.
All right. I know it's kind of sciencey, but
yeah.
All right. So now you're getting the idea, and it does take a little bit to get the idea of one. So what about this one? I like to lay out in the sun to get a tan.
No.
I agree with you. It does not fit. It's like talking about your shoes when you're in the middle of talking about the story about riding the bike to the store. Okay, so we want to keep thinking, how is it affecting life on Earth? This next one says the sun's gravitational pull creates tides on Earth, just like the moon. So this one you kind of, I'm going to help you with this one. This one you have to kind of figure, do the tides affect life? And you know what I mean by tides, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So do tides affect life? Like if you have here's like the tide pools, and does it matter to the little creatures if the water is covering them or when the water goes down and it's not covering them? So that would be what happens with the tides. Does that affect their life?
Yes.
All right. So should we check this one?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. The sun's core, so that's the middle of the sun, is
Yeah.
around, oh my goodness, look at that number. They did not put commas in there. It is 13,600,000 degrees Celsius. Whew, that's hot. Is that going to affect our life by how hot the sun is?
Yes.
I agree with you. The warmth from the sun on Earth causes wind to blow and clouds to form. Does that affect us?
Yes.
It does. Yeah, and we see that. In fact, we're seeing that right now, looking at the weather back east. You're doing great. I really appreciate this. All right, we're almost there. Plants depend on sunshine to help them make food and grow. Is that showing us that the sun affects life on Earth?
Yes.
Yes, it looks like a lot of these do. All right, I know. That's all right, though. I didn't write it. We'll just have to run with it. Okay, the sun is by far the largest object in the solar system. Does that affect how it affects life on Earth, that it's the largest object in the solar system? What do you think?
No.
I'm going to agree with you. I think some people would disagree with us because they might say, well, it's so large, it gives off a lot of warmth. But I think it's too indirect. So I'm going to agree with you. Because of its influence on Earth, here's our last one, early cultures saw the sun as a god. Does that affect life on Earth, how they saw the sun?
No.
No. You did great. So was this kind of a new idea for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, for someone where this was a really new idea for you, you did fantastic. And so the basic idea that we were working on is that whenever you see a paragraph or even a story in a book or anything, the sentences always need to support the main thought or the main idea. So if you're writing a paragraph, you would have your main idea, and then everything that you put in there would make sense. It's like if we read these, it would sound more like a paragraph. But if I threw this one in right in the middle, it's just going to throw us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You learned a new kind of crazy thing today. And I'm going to come over here for a second and stop our screen sharing.